In the early 70s, guitarist Chris Spedding was one of the most sought-after session people in the English music scene. Together with singer Snips in 1972, he formed Sharks. Although highly rated by the critics, Sharks never fully realized their potential. Both Spedding and Snips were in Toronto for the new year with their musical breakout tour. And here they are in concert at the Masonic Temple. In 1975, after Sharks broke up, singer Snips joined the new Ginger Baker Band, and Chris Spedding found himself one of the many guitarists approached by the Rolling Stones as a replacement for Mick Taylor. We asked Chris to confirm or deny the rumor that he had in fact turned the Stones down.
It's a story that can be misconstrued by a lot of people. When I say, was I asked to join them? I say, no, I wasn't, because I actually wasn't. All that happened was, I left, me and Snips broke up in the Sharks around the same time as Mick Taylor left the Stones. So I was available on the open market, as it were, to be picked up, to be snapped up at that time, and nobody really bothered to get in touch with me from the Stones until about 6 months later, when they'd been through about every guitar player from Jeff Beck down. So I didn't feel very flattered when they eventually called me up and asked me what my plans were. Of course, in the 6 months since the Sharks, I'd done a lot of things. I'd started recording with Mickey Most at Rack. I'd made an album with John Cale, I'd made an album with Roy Harper, and I'd promised to go out on the road with Roy Harper on a tour. Mick Jagger rang me up and asked me what my plans were, I think, in the month of July or August. And I said, well, quite simply, my plans are to go out on the tour with Roy Harper. He didn't make any other offers. He just said, oh, that's a pity, we were going to do a tour of the States then. That wasn't an offer, it was just a statement. And we just left it at that. Oh, what a shame, see you later. So next week, Ron Wood was announced to have joined. So what am I going to make of that? I'm not going to go around saying that they asked me to join, because they didn't. Simple as that. Just a casual phone call.
You were one of the ace session musician in a group of people that included Jimmy Page. You played on everybody's album from Lulu, J.J. Cale to Donovan. What was the session scene like at that time?
I think I probably came into the session scene when people like Jimmy Page and Jim Sullivan had left, and there was a need, there was a gap that those guys left when they split, that I seemed to be in the right place at the right time to fill it. Much to my surprise, because I didn't think I had any of the sort of attributes that people associate with being a good session man. I didn't think I was straight enough or reliable enough, or I could wake up early enough, or read music well enough. You know, you usually have to be some sort of, you know, machine, you know. I thought it was a little bit too casual and a bit too idiosyncratic in my style. But apparently that was what they wanted.
This is the first time in the last 6 months you've been out under the name of Chris Spedding. How does it feel?
Well, I always looking to try for an opportunity to come out under my own name. I did so when I realised that there were actually people out there that wanted to hear my stuff, which I wasn't that aware of before. I was here with Brian Ferry, I was here with Robert Gordon, and I was here with the Necessaries.
This tour that you're on now, you've launched it by yourselves. Why?
The Music Breakout Tour is a non-sponsored tour, which is a rare event. I mean, this is the first thing I've done in 3 or 4 years that hasn't been sponsored by a record company. You know, we're not responsible to anybody. Chris and I are here to play music to people and earn money from the ticket dates. That's paying the whole thing. And that's a means of twisting the arms of the record company to put the records out to put Chris's records out. Mine are,
Yeah, we're here because those people out there, the audience, want to hear this music.
So,
So they, you know, it's not big business and big bucks talking. It's the kids themselves that are buying the tickets. That's why we're here, and that's what we're playing. You know.
Snips, you've just come over from England recently. What's the UK music scene like over there now?
very fast turnover. It's like a fashion parade, which is exciting, but as far as anything coming with real strength, it's hard to tell because there's a lot of different directions. I mean, I like Ultravox very much, and I know that they're popular here. There's another band like Ultravox called Spandau Ballet, synthesizer rock they're making. There's a band called the Stray Cats, which is rockabilly. That's having quite an influence. And Adam and the Ants and Bow Wow Wow, who are two tribal rock type groups. So it's very diverse. Already the kind of Madness specials two-tone thing is now passed out of favor. So everything is very quick. Everybody's a star for 2.5 minutes now, not even 5.
How do you see yourself with other pop artists like Nick Lowe, Rockpile, Elvis Costello?
I don't really.
Me neither.
Don't really consider them as well.
I wouldn't endorse any of that kind of thing at all.
You know, there's nice lads and everything. Wish them the best.
Sure.
But I don't really see them as doing,
they came
as being
from,
conscious of the same things that I'm
They
conscious
came from a different scene from us in England. That's for the pub rock type scene that they came out of. High-profile bar bands type approach. We stayed away from it in 1974 when it was in its inception. We were playing stretched out music in the Sharks. We were a completely different section to them.
How do you see rock and roll as it is today?
I think it's pretty dead, really. I don't think of myself as a rock and roll artist. I just see myself as an entertainer.
Well, I think it's
rock and roll is art music. It's become art music. You know, the days when rock and roll was happening and the days of Elvis, they didn't even call it rock and roll. He didn't know what he was doing. Now people think they know so damn well what they're doing, they're rationalising it out of existence.
What is this now?
The new music, The Vapors, Angel City, and more.